The nice thing is, really, they don't hear you guys yet because I'm still turning down the audio. So, hey, yeah.
I'm good with it.
All right.
I like going live when people don't know.
There we are. Hello, we're live. We're minus a couple people this evening, but we are live with another episode of From Darkness with Love. Scooter,
Hi.
take it away.
Oh, what do you want me to take?
I don't know.
Not Benadryl.
Not Benadryl.
We just talked about that.
We did just talk about that.
Blah, blah. Well, I'm glad to be back here. This is like, it's one of those things that you know how it is the game. You're kind of like, okay, tonight let's game. It'll be cool, and then you show up and go, oh my god, I really want to play. It's just one of those things like your life gets long. Not longer than anybody else's, but you pack it full of a bunch of crap, and then you kind of go, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just catch up on my work and catch up on this. And then I remember why my tagline is make time to tabletop. Because you can't, it's not just going to happen. Like, it's not. Like, somebody's not just going to show up at your front door and go, hey guys, you want to play this amazing game? That doesn't happen. You have to actually make the time to do it. So I'm really glad to be here because I'm excited because I honestly did not watch the last episode, not on purpose, but it might work out okay because my character wasn't there. But yeah, so there's a lot of things going on. We have an MIA. Maybe he's a POW. We don't know. Depends on what occurred. So, Will, if you're out there, if you got pinged that we were alive, check in, man. Just check in. We want to know that you're okay. I mean, you're not on like Google Hangouts right now. I've been looking. I mean, even your IRQ address says you're away. I don't know what to do. No. So we should have a good time.
Facebook
but I don't know what
Messenger
else.
says you were active like 31 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could do
Yeah,
announcements.
why not? Why don't we do some announcements?
We'll do
Front-load them.
announcements.
Yeah.
Announcements like followers and stuff. We've been having quite a slew of at least for us here at Time to Tabletop of followers, and we've been really appreciative of what we've been doing. We actually gave away a pound of dice during one of our other streams, and I got to physically deliver it to someone because he lived in like 20 minutes from here. I was like, well, that's cool. So I got to like meet a fan of Time to Tabletop, which was very weird to me, but very awesome. So Jamie, if you're watching, he pops in every once in a while. His name's Londell inside of there. And he's been watching our channel for like over 2 years off and on. So he's seen like at least a part of every episode, everything we've ever done. So he's kind of a big deal to us here in the community. So he pops in, say hi. But we gave him a pound of dice thanks to one of our other game masters who's run some one shots and stuff. So thank you very much. We've had some newer followers and stuff. And of course I wasn't ready, so I didn't pull all that up. But I think we're almost at like 350 followers now, which to us is a big deal.
According to according to Twitch, it says that you're at 350 right now.
Oh wow, okay. Because I honestly, I know that sounds awful, but there came a point about a year ago where I stopped like worrying about numbers and just paying attention to the people that actually were watching. So that's awesome that we're at 350. So there are actual giveaways that we can do. The giveaway that we always have is if you look at arknight.com, it actually takes you to arknight.squarespace.com, but it's flat plastic minis. We can give away downloadable codes for digital content for their products. So you get like digital maps and stuff. I've used them physically in some of my campaigns, and I've also used them in a digital format where another sponsor of ours is Ambient Realms, which they supply a 4K television face up, and we use Arknight's maps to go on there and sound effects and all that stuff. So we've done local events for that. So you can check out those two. Kind of, we are the merger between the two. It's really weird. But Arc Knight and Ambient Realms. So we kind of work together to get some stuff going on there. So that's the announcements I have here. I have a lot of stuff going on, but I'd rather you guys pimp out your stuff because yeah, this could be a show of Scooter blabbering, but that's not what this is about. I don't know who's on what side.
I mean, since
you are to my stage.
It's like a Brady Bunch episode where we don't know which
I mean, well, on stream, I'm over here, so I guess I can take it away. Hi, I'm Fen. I do a lot of things on the internet, in no particular order, but in order of importance outside of that that made no sense. Anyhow, I'm all over the place. Big exciting things from the Smunchy Games stuff, of which I'm a writer and lead designer for. They have a Kickstarter coming up on April 23rd. God, it's less than a week away. We're all cramming over here. They are doing so much work. Big shout out to every one of those individuals out there who are currently putting in the work while we are trying to make the stream happen.
Maybe we can dig Will out from underneath the pile of stuff.
Yeah, somewhere amongst that pile of Kickstarter things is a Will.
Please give water and rations sent our way.
Strong on by your printers. That's probably what it is. The publishers and printers are going, no, we can't do that.
Yep, of course. But yeah, so many awesome things there. You can check it out at pathsgame.com, I believe.
Yes.
Paths RPG, yep. I believe is the Paths. Oh yeah, Paths Game. You're right.
I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
Cool. Pathsgame.com is where
I haven't figured out how to make people VIPs, so you'll have to teach me.
I'll teach you. I know how. I know the ways.
So there you go. Paths Game. I just put it in there.
Cool. But yeah, so that's where you can keep following that. They just posted a video there and
new game trailer.
Mm-hmm. It looks
came out yesterday, day before. It's gonna be good.
Super cool.
Outside of that, I just launched my Patreon on my side of things. So
yeah, you did.
Yeah, so you can now support me on Patreon if you so desire to do so. So. Yeah.
Are you doing what are you doing on your Patreon?
On my Patreon, I am doing it's just basically live streaming content, both on my channel, and it allows me to help continue that process on other channels and other stuff. It basically just allows me to.
So, are you doing cosplay characters on demand?
It is part of the rewards, I believe. Is the
I didn't know that. I just thought.
Yeah, no, it's
that's actually a thing.
It's actually part of it.
Yes.
That's the thing. There are also, I'm working with some of the patrons who pledge more money to create various entities for various streams and stuff of that nature, like NPCs, locations, stuff like that. It's really cool. So, but outside of that, all the streams that I'm on, it's gonna be a good time. So, but that's me in a nutshell. That's the important things. So.
And next. Who's next?
Oh God. What? I mean, the big announcement was the Smunchy stuff because I work there too. But yeah, don't really check out that Kickstarter in a week. It's less than a week. It's gonna be great times. It's cool. Follow them on Twitter and things too to get better updates because social media is the way to do it, not just for word of mouth from us. Follow all the Smunchy stuff. It'll make it easier. Yeah.
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 Have we found? Oh my God. Will,
right.
Will, where are you?
I don't know. But
Will.
I mean, I know what Dr. Rachel and Evie are currently right now doing. I mean, we can dive and maybe he'll
Well, what we can do is we can dive into what happened with David during last week's episode.
Don't we want to? I mean, did you, Evie? Did we not pimp out what you're up to over there? Did we skip someone?
We did. I think we did. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. Don't mind me.
No, it's fine. I'm used to it.
Wow. Okay, that doesn't make it okay. I'm sorry. Just because you're used to it doesn't make it okay. I'm sorry.
I'm
No,
used to it.
things that I can pimp out. This
That's
this
awesome.
kind of thing. So, I actually something that just happened recently is I may be part of a really cool one shot coming up. You can learn more on my Twitter and all of that. Very recently, it's again. I just want to get more details, but I'm super excited that it seems that I'm starting to play in a lot more things. So if you like my work as Eevee, there's some fun stuff coming up soon.
Ooh, but you can't announce what channel.
I
If you don't know.
actually, yes. Hold on. This is what happens when things are live. You gotta wait a
Ouch.
second for the info.
That it's the art of vamping.
Just an update on the search for Will. He has just come online on Discord.
Oh boy.
Dun,
No, he might be
dun.
alive.
It is. I can Geek Unleashed.
Geek Unleashed is the tweets is the
Yeah.
sorry the Twitches.
Yeah, the Twitch is at Geek Unleashed. Yeah.
Look. He also accepted my friend request on Facebook. We were getting progress.
Slowly but surely, he knows we are
I feel like
searching.
we need to
care.
preface that we spent the last 30 minutes before
Yeah.
stream trying to get a hold of Will.
Will.
Because we will be down one way at Rocket this evening. He unfortunately was feeling unwell due to seasonal allergies and some other things. So we're having a great kind of weird swap of we lost one character last week, but now we've gained them back this week in exchange for another character. And we'll go into that and what that means for the story here in a moment. But we were trying to get a hold of Will, our last member, who is still currently unintentionally MIA. So
All right, so I put Geek Unleashed in there in our chat. So check that out if you'd like, because that's where our lovely Jazz will be playing. I don't know yet.
Don't know.
But something in the future, somewhere, somehow. But we'll know it at Geek Unleashed.
Yeah.
And I'm putting one more link in here because you need to get this. It's the taco T-shirt that is designed by our one and only Jazz.
I always forget about
It's the taco T-shirt
my
is
shameless
right there
plug. Self-plugging
sale.
is not as good.
for $18.50, which is amazing
It is. It's a super
because
good
it's
deal.
Prime. You know, so you don't pay for all that shipping stuff. And that's where I get most. So that's where I get most of my shirts these days. Is through. I don't know why I get them through Amazon, but yeah, check it out. It's a really cool design. You got to wear it. Yeah. So Geek Unleashed and Taco T-shirt.
Taco T-shirt.
That's our Jazz.
Hey.
we have contact from Will.
Yeah.
So, is it?
It is on Discord.
Ah.
He's saying he's busy. It's only 5 days to. I mean, he's got 5 whole days. Sorry, he's got 5 whole days before his Kickstarter. I mean,
Do you think
come
he's also
on.
watching right now as we're like racking?
I mean, come on.
Just making notes, just like, oh yeah, really? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Coming from, I think, most of us here that have gone through some writing and publishing situations. Yeah, I spent a whole week of no sleep
Yes, a lot.
putting stuff together on my last project. So yeah,
Hello.
So we have an all hands meeting in 20 minutes. Awesome.
well, way to go, Sean,
Cool.
buddy. So we're just gonna have to kill off a couple people
Yeah.
because they can't make it. You know,
Oh,
And all this is huge sarcasm. If you can't understand sarcasm, don't watch this channel.
oh my gosh! Don't do it. You're hurting yourself.
Because we're all about. Here's a disclaimer: we are all about life first here in all of our channels.
Yeah.
So we're. I'm giving them a bunch of crap because they're working their tails off over there to get some stuff done.
They are.
Yeah. Not even a joke. It's like,
No.
oh, I can't.
Right now. Well,
Cool. Trying to think about how to go about this.
We do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I mean, you could change it to something else. You could do whatever you want at this point. You are a director. I mean, I don't give my login and password to Restream to anyone, you know. Let's be
Oh,
real.
Thanks.
It's not even a joke. Like, you're the
Yeah,
first
no.
person. I actually have had other people broadcast on my channel, but I was like, I'll take care of the Restream then, okay?
That being said, I'm trying to figure out how best to go about this. Down 2 players. Kind of a sticky spot where I kind of want you all to be there. Or at least most of you to be there.
Let me know, dude. Let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm saying whatever you decide is awesome.
Gotcha.
That's my new thing. Look at, oh man, I got a lot of. I'm gonna stop beating myself up.
Yeah, you do. Sorry, I'm just weighing the options. Figure out where to go from here. So where we last left everybody else off was kind of a spot where almost everybody needed to be there. I felt like to have the various conversations with individuals.
Well, while you're contemplating,
Yeah.
let me do this. Contemplate away. Well, just don't brood. But you can contemplate. Don't brood.
Yes, I will do my best.
I'm gonna put a link to what's called the blackbook.io.
Yes.
Because this is honestly, if anybody's watching here or in VOD afterwards, whatever, this is like my super tool. I wish it was mine, but it is a super tool that for this system, anything that's Gumshoe, seriously, you got to check this out. If you're into Gumshoe, check this out. The developer of this software has given us actual codes to give out, like a free one of this, plus some discounts. We have a Knights Black Agents book, like I know it's on my shelf over there. I'm not gonna leave, dude. Go get it. But we have the book, and I don't have the book. Do you have the book with you, Annie?
for once I don't have it because I'm in the
See, me
wrong
too.
one.
And I turned my camera around, so it's like way over there this time. Okay, whatever. I got lazy tonight. But I have a physical Knights Black Agents book that I am willing to ship anywhere within the United States. And that's just because it would cost more than the book. Sorry, because we love that we got it because it comes from County Cork in Ireland. Thank you, Kat, because Kat made that happen. Kat from Pelgrane Press.
She is an amazing individual.
Seriously, and I haven't talked to her in like months, and I feel really bad. But I think, yeah. So love working with Pelgrane Press with all the stuff that they've done and the people that do the blackbook.io, not Blackbook, the blackbook.io. Make sure and check it out because I wish I could put. Can I screen share on here?
You should be able to. I'll have to make it work on my end, but I can.
Let me see. I can do. Oh, but they're gonna see my. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What are they gonna
Is
see?
it working?
Yes, it is. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta fix everything now because. All right.
Me too.
Okay.
Everybody's on the side here. I can.
That looks wonderful.
Do you want me
on
to? I
screen.
can go back.
No.
Go back or just
Here,
leave it?
I can do it. Here, I got this. Don't worry.
Well, because I wanted to show off. I mean, you're looking behind the scenes of my character, David Harris. But as you can see, can they see it yet? Because I can't see it.
It's kind of just disjoint.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
There we
But
go.
No, serious.
We're
Okay.
good. Now they can see it.
When you look at the restream stuff.
They should be able to see it. Yeah.
Bum.
We've all moved.
Oh yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh, that looks cool. Okay.
Right?
So that looks almost like what I'm viewing on my screens. But that's literally what you can do over here. And as you're playing, this is actually when you're playing it. So as you're playing the character, look on here is like, oh, let's say I'm going to use 2 extra dice for hand to hand. I click on it and I can spend 2 points. Boom. And then when we kind of have a refresh point, I can refresh when I come back to this little, I don't know if you can see my finger thing, but you can refresh it all the way back up. I mean, it's just like, you don't have to like do anything. And then my favorite part, that's just me because I'm lazy and I don't take good pencil notes. So what I do in here was anything that I need to really know. This is all my attributes, by the way. If you look inside of here, everything that you build into your character as you build it comes up in here. And when it comes to cherries, which is cherries are most of the time where your character has a rating of 8 or more, most of the attributes and stuff give you a cherry, which a cherry is literally like eating a bowl of ice cream, and it's a little bonus at the top. Goop. But on here, as you go down here, they list your cherries for you. So you can tells you what page number and everywhere you need to go. But what I use it for right here is I put a little section called names. Because if my character remembers a name, I need to have it in there and why they're there. And then I have my whole background inside of here. So that way, if something is referenced, like a date or a time, I've got a little note. So anybody can do that on, like your notes app or something like that. But here it's built into your character sheet and it's fluid. And
that's the best. I really like taking notes too. I was the note taker of most of the groups that I have played in, and like everything down to that one NPC we met to how many gold each of the players had, and I was that type of like the secretary.
And I'm on the flip side. I'm the flip side. It's like if my character doesn't know it, I don't write it down. Because I have such a tendency to, and I was saying this before stream, was I have a tendency to metagame because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know that. Why would I be looking into that? So I don't like to do that. So I try and protect myself from that. But also this is while you're playing. And here, when you click the little edit, this is where you can actually create the character style. Those numbers can actually be moved around and done. The cool part about what they're working on right now, from what I understand, they're working on the fact that we have our director, which tonight is Fen, would be able to access what we're messing with. So as we're messing with it, he's seeing what we're messing with. Plus he can go, you use that. I'm going to go ahead and change that for you. Those types of things. And this is an independent developer that just is pretty much just a huge fan of the Gumshoe system. So the community is where this is built from, which I think that's where your best stuff comes from, is your fans, because those are the people that play the game. I mean, we as writers and stuff, we game test, but most of the people that are going to enjoy this are the people that just play the game, don't game test it. They're not taking notes on how the system works or doesn't work. They're just sitting down and having a good time. So I really appreciate that. So Yeah, check it out, guys. Theblackbook.io. If you have any questions about it, you can ask us, and we won't know anything about it. So we'll defer you to the developer or somebody that does. Let's be real. But it's amazing. I've messed with it for hours and hours and hours because I wanted to get my character just right. And then we started playing, and I told Fen, "Can I change some stuff?" So it's
Yeah,
a
like-
beautiful thing.
No, I remember when you were like
Okay, I'm out.
a couple days before, you're just like, can I change something? And I'm like, yeah, man, go for it. Okay, so,
You can put the overlay back on. I
I-
took the screenshot.
Yep, I got it. I'm working on it. So, Will is also out this evening. With that, I'm gonna keep kind of a shorter session. I'm gonna recap what happened last week and kind of what we're doing, and kind of dive into David's side of things, while everything else was happening in the safe house. Excuse me. So, to start this off, David, you recall checking all the doors the evening before. And as you were wrapping up for the evening, you heard the soft click, almost as if somebody was unlocking the door. And you trying to figure out where to go from here. What do I need you to do? And as you're walking away from the back door, as you heard this soft click, you hear the door kind of creak as if it's being opened.
Is this behind me or in front of me?
If you turn around, it'll be in front of you. I assume it's behind you initially.
As you hear it creak?
Yeah, as you hear it creak. But if you turn around, it'll be in front of you.
Slowly, quietly, I place my silver ring on my finger. And the only thing that I can probably access from there is probably one of my blades to be quiet. Because we're in a safe house, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not like, I don't have my gun ready and
No.
my silencer and everything. So the quickest thing I can have is grab like my 2 small throwing knives
Okay.
and do my best to turn around as slowly as possible. Well, as quickly as possible with being quiet.
Gotcha. You're able to do so. The door slowly creaks open. Initially, you see nothing as the door creaks open. And it's only because, well, actually, you hear more than feel. You feel and hear more than see. The set of what you can only imagine to be some nice dress shoes clack against the tile in the wood floor. They're slow, methodical.
I want to do my best, if at all possible, to misdirect. And I don't know how I could do that with what I'm doing here, but I speak softly, but trying to make sure that it's not coming from my direction. Kind of a deception to the side. To the lighter side of whatever the room is. I suggest you state your business here.
Let me see. I don't know. You have
Not a warning.
You hear the footstep stop, and there's a soft scuff as you kind of hear this, maybe the second foot come to meet the first, wherever he's standing. And you hear, also softly, "I'm here for you."
That is unfortunate. Is this purely for business?
This might get a touch personal.
So the speech stops and I back up. Speak your mind.
How far do you back up?
Just enough to where I'm almost like out of, I don't know, metagame, but out of like melee range in a sense. Like
Gotcha.
out of like contact to where I could probably get shot if it was a gunner, but just out of enough range to where we can communicate and I'm decently safe.
How many steps would that be?
Probably like 2 or 3. Not very many.
As you go to take that third step back, you feel like you bump into somebody.
Feel it or
You feel
Right.
it. You definitely feel it.
is there more than one of you?
Afraid so, unfortunately.
You wouldn't want to enlighten me with your head count, would you?
That'd be playing too many cards at once now, wouldn't it? See, where this gets tricky is you and your gang killed a few of mine. And unfortunately, the powers that be, as in the heads of our side of things, don't take too kindly to that.
Are there more than 5 of you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Knowledge is always very helpful.
Good.
Who are you here to kill?
Kill isn't what I'm after.
You call them my gang. So does that mean they're my gang?
Oh, I say your gang loosely. How you choose to affiliate with the members that you were worked with in the past 24 hours is up to you.
Do you have them now?
We've got an eye on them. We want to see how they react when we take just one of them.
Are you only choosing me?
Seeing as we're the easiest to grab at the moment, yes.
Easiest.
Yeah.
They will be safe.
I can guarantee that there'll be no harm that comes to them for the moment.
I do not trust you,
Your
but it is my only option.
Your bullshit detector is not going off.
Hmm.
I am not coming with you willingly. But
And
my job is to protect my gang. So I will come.
marvelous. Makes life easy.
It won't make yours that easy.
You've already made my life really unpleasant. This won't be anything out of the ordinary.
It's a pleasure to meet you then.
Pleasure's all mine, David. And he uncloaks, wearing a dark gray suit vest and a white shirt. A grizzled individual with just past 5 o'clock shadow. Gray speckling throughout, as well as parts of his hair. He extends a hand.
Are you looking for a straight razor to clean yourself up?
I mean, I can show you how to use one. I am quite experienced. I've just been busy, working long hours since we have to make up for the slack of a few individuals who are no longer doing their job properly.
Are we going to people sometime soon?
Based on my friend's definition of peopling, we could people. I don't think it'll end well for you, though.
It never does. But somehow I stay alive.
Got some good hands, then.
Are you looking for a handshake then?
That's the idea.
That makes a lot more sense.
Glad you're understanding.
He extends his hand.
Okay. I'll shake it. It's a firm grasp.
Marvelous, you say.
Marvelous. He turns kind of on his heel. Says, come on. He begins to walk out the back.
Does he allow me to pack up my stuff, or is he taking it from me?
He expects you to follow him. Is kind of what you're getting from this.
Yeah, because I'm following, and I am actually putting the knives away.
Okay. He doesn't take the knives from you. As you guys reach the back door, he stops and goes, "You have a phone on you?"
Crap, do I?
I assume you do. Most people do.
I know we were communicating through something, and I didn't know. I was like, would you like to make a call?
No, just here. And he holds out his hand.
Another handshake.
I was actually looking for the phone.
Oh,
So I guess I need to make a call.
make your call then.
He takes it from you. Dials a series of numbers. Holds it up. Yeah. He'll do. He'll get us what we're looking for. Or at least who we're looking for. Ends it. And then just kind of flicks it onto the floor. Kind of beside you. Come on.
Shall I leave that here?
I think it'd be wisest.
And can I make sure, I want to just know if I can sense how many actual people are in the vicinity.
You can sense trouble for me if you want to do
Okay.
that.
And does sense trouble have? Because I have 8 on sense trouble. Does that have a cherry or no?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. Yes. I definitely want to sense trouble. I just want to know that how much crap I'm really in a sense. So I just want to know. So I'll do a sense trouble, but I'll do it with 3.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, so 9.
Based upon kind of what you kind of feel and kind of the idea, based upon more footsteps you're kind of hearing now, they're very quiet. They are trained to not make a sound. You're used to people not making sounds. That's why you're able to determine that there's roughly, based upon as you kind of exit the building and you kind of listen to both the footsteps inside and the grass crinkling on the outside, there's approximately 7 or 8 individuals in the vicinity, outside of the ones currently there. All of them seem to be heading in a similar direction as you are, as you head out the back door onto an alleyway where 3 black unmarked vans, or mini like SUVs, let me put it that way, currently sit. As you enter in behind the individual who is facing you, the rest of the individuals become uncloaked. They are wearing all black tactical vests, various armaments of assault rifles, other marksman type rifles, sidearms on each of them.
So do I get an exact count?
Yeah,
Like,
8.
let's say 8.
Yep.
One thing I can say is your honesty is enlightening to me. 8 is more than 5.
I'm not the type to lie to people.
Neither am I.
I'm glad we have an understanding. The door's closed.
Yet we don't.
I'm sure you will. And he takes up a cigar, begins to light it, before looking at you, and then he kind of begins to pull a very fine silver cigar case out of his pocket. Are you of the type? Tilts it your way.
Maybe some other time?
Fair enough. Flicks it back around, puts it back in his suit vest pocket. So, business. That's something personal. What if I flip the roles on you here? Say, me and my boys here kill about 5 of your men, mutilate the last one to the point of death. The only thing keeping him alive is probably the fact that he's not quite human himself. How'd you feel?
My feelings would be irrelevant.
How'd that look to you financially? How'd that look to you from a statistical standpoint?
Did we acquire information that could harm your business?
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying that you might have killed unnecessary people. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because your people aren't bad people, are they? They aren't the type that if you killed them, you know, it wouldn't be without.
Bad? You ask if they're bad. That's a matter of perspective.
It is. So what's your perspective on it?
Are you threatening my life at this point?
No more than I already am.
then I do not consider you bad.
I don't consider myself bad either. But here we are.
Death does happen. It's what we do with death that keeps us alive, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So, is this emotional for you?
Emotion plays a part into it, but it's also the fact that, 5 individuals that they entrusted their futures to me, to my business. Their lives got cut short due to the act of 5 so-called spies, vigilantes, looking into a murder that has ties with the company that they work for. And because they, knowing the nature of a lot of their business, understand that people want to take business from them, are inclined to want to keep their business, such as their lives, alive. So, when the vigilantes come at them, guns blazing, looking for results, and looking for answers that might be better for the living, it's a little confusing to see those people die. Oh, did I lose everybody?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Cool. Did you catch all that? Did I catch all that?
Oh, I listen.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. Cool. I just want to make, because he was like, your internet connection is unstable, and I'm like, oh boy, what did we miss?
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. But so
Are you looking for vengeance, or are you looking for a partnership?
partnership certainly would last longer for both of us.
Our line of business will always result in death.
Such is the nature of our line of work.
What we do with it now means everything.
Exactly.
If you have already made the decision not to kill me, then why am I here?
You're here to help us teach somebody who decided that acting brashly was a good idea even after, trying not to act brashly. Make some realizations. Because while you don't feel, he does. And he'll be willing to make amends.
I do not play sides.
I don't need you to. I just need you to sit here and look pretty.
How do I do that?
You already are. It's about this time that they'll probably notice that you're not there. And then, we'll see how long it takes for them to notice that you're not there. And how long it takes for them to notice what we left in one of your good friend's cars. And from there, the cards will fall where they may. We'll see.
They shouldn't be harmed. by you.
They won't be harmed. That's not our goal. And honestly, unless Luna had said something to me, that probably would be a different story.
They are my gang.
They are your gang.
David stops moving. It's literally how he's going to be for a while now.
That's all right. Good amount of time passes, and you ride in the SUV. From what you can tell from the tinted windows, it looks like you're going through all sorts of parts of the city. Purpose is trying to get you lost. And it's a long time before you arrive at another place. And it's kind of familiar. Once you get out, once they stop, and he kind of goes, flicks out a cigar, sets it on an ashtray. Well, here's a stop.
So where are we at?
No, I think you know the place. It's familiar. It's a spot we've used a couple times. It's a spot you used recently. And as you get out, you guys realize that you're back at the warehouse where the murder took place.
Do you have intentions?
Seeing as this is the easiest place for probably your gang to remember, I figure it's a good place to wait.
I can wait.
A few hours pass before he kind of pulls out a cell phone of his own, looks at it for a second, answers the call, kind of goes, huh, glad you came around. They were, alright. I think you know the place, but just to remind you, it's where this all got started. You can bring people if you want to, I don't have a preference. So. Hey-oh, there we go. We're back. But as he says, see, that wasn't so hard. Well, I guess this is probably where I'll say goodbye to you, David.
Marvelous.
He reaches out, shakes your hand again. Appreciate the help. We'll be in touch.
Do you still have my phone?
It's still in the safe house. Right. It's on the floor there.
I will need that so you can stay in touch.
You're free to go. He just kind of opens the door.
We're always free to go. And he walks out. And just stands. He literally will stand there, not even looking at him. Wherever he drops him off, not moving.
He doesn't drop him off because you guys are at the warehouse.
Okay.
So he just has the door open for you.
I get out.
Mhm.
And I just stand right there.
Gotcha. Is that where you stand? Or
Yeah, I'm just standing enough to where he can close the door.
Mhm.
I'm not going to make any movements until he is gone.
he closes the door. You're now alone outside the warehouse.
I'll go next to the door and I will stand there and wait.
Gotcha.
Did I understand anything that went on in the phone conversation?
Based upon the voice that you heard, I'm gonna say with because you have points of notice, right? Yeah.
Let's see here.
You don't need to use them. I just want to make sure you have them.
I don't have any points of notice.
Okay.
Ba-bam.
Then I'm gonna say with your bullshit detector and your interpersonal skills, you can kind of guesstimate that that phone call was from somebody in the crew. You can't quite guess who, but you're guessing based upon the nature of the phone call that it was somebody, and they were on their way there.
So if I feel that somebody's coming, I won't move.
Okay. Then,
Like literally won't move.
okay. Gotcha. And I guess that is where that draws to a close. And I think that's probably a good place to leave it on for the night this week. I know it's kind of a shorter episode, but I think I would like both Devin and Jack, both Will and Wade, to be here for next week. So
Ooh. She just attacked me right into that role playing thing.
mhm.
Scooter's all, let's do announcement and boo boo boo. David. Son of a. I was like, seriously, I broke a sweat and everything. I'm like, whoo. I went right into role playing quick.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a shorter episode, but I think it's a good
It was
place.
probably super boring for you guys.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Rachel?
Kidding me? Watching has been great.
It's suspenseful, and I've just been sitting here like, oh gosh. Oh,
I got
gosh.
emotional. I was trying to not be emotional because that was my character.
But
But I got
maybe, maybe it's your character that got emotional.
Maybe. Because it was the whole mentioning of them being my gang and me being, I was like, that was the first time I was like, David feels like he's part of something. It was like, I really felt that. And I was like, oh my God, this is really happening.
Oh
Don't
no.
mind me.
I
I'm not
feel like-
crying. You're crying.
You know, I was like,
Yeah.
"Dang." I really felt that too. I was like, Scooter, dang. You usually play a really happy-go-lucky bard. What are you doing?
Oh,
Man.
That
No,
time the comedian wants to do a serious role.
right.
Oh,
Seriously.
freaking Jim Carrey.
Oh my God.
Never think that he ever has it in him.
I know. Well, I think the first, I have a whole theory on him. The cable guy, I think, was his turning point. But
I've heard that theory. I actually agree with that one.
yeah, 'cause I remember watching and going, Okay.
anyway.
Yeah, that was a lot. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for watching me play Danny and Jazz.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry that I didn't incorporate you guys more, but I realized plot-wise, I couldn't really drag you guys in without it not making sense with the
You
previous
know,
session.
really, at this time, I'm pretty sure Evie and Dr. Rachel are just looking at the amount of cleaning crew stuff that needs to happen right now in the safe house. Like, we
The
need to go.
entire time snickering,
Yeah,
going,
you know,
told ya.
You think that Home Depot is open at this hour? Like, it's like 3 a.m., but like, we need
No,
to get
if we
door-
probably would have to go to Lowe's or something, or we could
Yeah,
just take
I know.
doors. I know
Yeah,
a place
but,
where we can
like,
get a lot of
we have to,
furniture.
like, fix the plaster and like the entire like
Oh, that's fine. I know this trick with toothpaste.
But I mean, we're missing like siding off of this thing. Like that, literally.
Do you just trust me? I watch way too much HGTV to not fix this place.
I mean, I guess I'm not the handiest person, but
You're not.
No. Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Your hands are very delicate when it comes to doing anything surgical, and that does not include crafts.
I mean, it's true. They need to stay callus free. It's easier to actually sew up tissue that way. But hey, you know that shot to the kidneys, actually, it's looking like it's healing pretty good though. I'm actually kind of proud of that one. I don't even think that's gonna scar.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, did you want one? I mean, I guess I could have done a sloppier job, but I figure, you know. Well, all right, maybe next time I'll sew it in the shape of like a smiley face for you. Will that make you happy?
Yes, it would. It would make multiple people happy. Can we? I'll be right back. I know I have a knife.
Oh wait, no, please don't actually. Oh God.
No, it's fine. It's just. Does the stove still work?
Oh wait, yeah. You know, it might not actually. That took a couple. That
it would take way too long to sterilize this with the lager.
I can't remember. Didn't you just toss him into like the kitchen? I think that, or was it just the table that broke?
It was just the table. You guys didn't drag it in the kitchen.
Oh no, I hid behind, like under the stove. I remember that. Yeah, no, the stove's fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Wait. Oh gosh. So no, I'm just gonna get the bleach. I'll be right back.
I am not putting to think this is the Heather's. I'm putting bleach on. that type of conversation of just tit for tat, and every now and then going, yeah. By the way, so when are you going to start the multiple tacos you owe me about me being right that all of this exists?
Gosh,
let's go there.
I will get you the tacos that you are owed the second I am able to catalog all this into my database.
That's not fair. Fine, I'll help you catalog it into your base.
Yeah, I mean, this is not just
even
handwritten new species. This is like 3 or 4 different new species of Homo sapiens.
3 or 4. 3 or 4. You're gonna belittle this to 3 or 4.
You know, there could be
Mothman. It's just Mothman.
Mothman. Wait, where did that red guy go anyways? Did he just leave?
Yeah, nobody cares about him. He stopped touching my stuff. Mothman.
No, I mean, I kind of care. I mean, how am I supposed to catalog it if he's gone? Did he leave like fur behind or anything? That would probably be helpful.
Yeah, he also left this.
What? Oh my God! What did he leave behind?
It's just a big clump of hair. I got hands.
Oh, good. That's baggy. There. Just drop that. Yep, perfect. Great. Yep, we get to catalog that one too. Now that I know
just
that there are.
She just picks up the hem of your doctor's coat and starts swiping your hands off.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually seen worse. It's okay. Yeah, you know.
Why does he shed?
You know, it's mostly like an animal thing. It could be seasonal. We don't know yet. I have to run a lot of tests on this.
I call dibs on naming the first genus.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, you know, there's a lot of Latin involved in it, but I'm sure we can probably figure it out. You know what? Why don't I throw in a couple smoothies with a couple extra superfoods in them because I feel a little drained. I don't know about you. And then we can get to all this. Yeah, that'll be great. Also,
can't be drained. I'm too busy being right.
Oh gosh. You know, the thing is about being a scientist is technically you're never right. You're just assuming that you have the closest thing to right at the time until you're proven wrong. So actually, as a scientist, I'm quite happy right now.
Well, the thing about being a hacker is that all of the knowledge that is mine is the correct knowledge, and therefore I'm correct.
You know.
And as you guys are bantering, Luna kind of looks up.
Spent an hour trying to wait for this man.
And Luna kind of looks up from her papers and goes,
"Oh gosh, I forgot they were there."
Where's David?
Oh yeah, David. That's also part of the reason why we called you, because we think he got
smoke napped.
What?
Smoked up it?
Yeah, that. Whatever that means.
I'm gonna push play on my laptop again
It's,
if we're still doing.
you know, we might need to like scramble this place a little bit. I feel like everyone's just coming in and out of this. 'Cause for a safe house, it's really not that safe anymore.
Yeah, this is basically just my address.
I mean, yeah,
I'm pretty sure I get mail.
yeah. Well, that's probably actually the first reason why this is not working out for us. You have a government record. Not good.
It's not my real. You know what? I'm just.
Yeah. Well, it's been. Yeah, I think this has been thoroughly compromised. Our team makes a lot of very erratic decisions. And now we have a dead chameleon hybrid in the middle of our dining room.
I'm gonna go touch it.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it. It's actually it's fairly pliable underneath the punchy knuckles. It was kind of nice actually. It was weird. It was real weird. No one in Taekwondo ever told me about this.
And with that, I think that'll be a good place to wrap this up for tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Jazz, have you ever been on stage before?
No.
Okay. You feel like there's certain things that, or on camera, that you have a natural ability for. Like you literally left the frame. Is the stove still on? I was like, literally left the frame and your head popped in and asked that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was so awesome. Did anybody else notice that? Like she disappeared, then her head popped in. Stove still on? I was like, what?
My brain was like theater of the mind.
No, it worked. I was like, you've never worked on camera before. Oh my god.
Cool. All right. I think that's a good place for us to wrap up because, and hopefully next time we'll have both Wade and Will back with us so we can continue this.
This is the catch-up episode.
Yes. Ish.
Our first filler.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know. That was
now I feel free that I can watch last week's episode.
Yes. Ish.
We'll see. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait again. I don't know. I know. But are we playing? We'll figure out a schedule and then we'll try and get everybody back together because we got so many awesome things happening.
Yep.
So
it's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Anybody in final goodbyes that want to say anything?
Thanks for watching. Those of you that are here. I know it's kind of a smaller episode, shorter episode.
Buy a taco T-shirt.
Taco
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Support the taco. Help. What was her name? Was her name Sarah?
Sarah. Yes.
Yeah. Help fund her college fund. Poor girl really needs to get out of working from the taco. Somehow she's still working there.
She got a promotion. They said, we need more like you. We need people who are willing to deal with things like you are.
Mm-hmm. She's now the assistant manager at that taco.
Is she? I'm glad we're just.
I could go on, man.
We have a whole franchise structure.
Don't joke. 25 stores across the U.S. What you talking about?
Yeah, 15 of them are in Prospect City.
All right. Final Twitter plugs for all of us.
Well, you can catch me on Twitter at AnnieDisaster09.
You can catch me on Twitter at honeybuns.
You can catch me, at Time to Tabletop. Like literally on all the medias.
And I'm Fennicini across all the medias.
All the medias.
All the medias.
Come say hi to all of us, guys, because we love playing games and love just chatting with people. Some of the chats that I love it. So hit us up. We'll tell you exactly what not to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.